I'm honestly getting fucking tired of this tedious as fuck intros. Let's just get on with this already. Fuck. Sonic Mania Plus is a neat little DLC for Sonic Mania. Now instead of sucking Mania's dick like the rest of the internet, I'm actually going to give some constructive criticism, because as much as I like to play as Mighty and Ray, I think the DLC has some problems in my opinion. In this video I will go through all of the aspects of the new Encore DLC and say what I think about them. This DLC costs $5, which is pretty good actually. Mania's pretty cheap already, so I don't mind. However, for $30 you can get the fucking best physical Sonic game ever, with an art book, reversible Genesis cover that they forgot to put on the fucking Xbox version. Be able to have the full game on a disc, and it all comes in this neat little holographic package. So yeah. Besides the fact that some versions don't have the reversible cover, I have no problem with this. My boy Mighty and Ray are back after like what feels like an eternity. Their characters in the Mania style look pretty good. Now let's move to the good stuff. How they play. They play like any other Mania character, but Mighty has the ability to do a stomp, even though his original ability was to climb walls. But I guess the levels aren't vertical enough like in Chaotix, so I'll let it pass. This character is severely OP though. He can take a small pinch to spikes. When he turns into a ball he can deflect projectiles, but I'll let that pass as well, since the level design fits him, even though it was designed for the original trio. There's also Ray, who can fly like in Super Mario. Actually yeah, this is just the fly ability from Super Mario World, but it doesn't require a power up. That's pretty much it. It's pretty cool when you actually get to use it, but I feel like most of the time it doesn't let you fly freely because of enemies or stage hazards or whatever. I guess with enough skill maybe you can use him to your advantage, but yeah, this character is better off used normally. So overall, when it comes to the new characters, I think they're fine, especially Mighty. Add online multiplayer, and I'll try it. I mean, fans have already made online mods for this game on PC, and even games like Sonic the Fighters got online multiplayer. Encore mode is basically Mania mode, but with a different mechanic and different color palettes. This is where the problems come in. This mode starts from what I assume is right after the end of Forces, even though Sonic Mania Adventures was the thing that took place after Forces, so when the story in here has to be the most confused and rushed Sonic story I've ever seen. This mode pretty much uses every cutscene from Mania mode, which makes no sense since all of these things already happened. But if we ignore the story, what do we get? We get to play through Angel Island Zone, Act 1, with no cool secrets or bonuses. It's pretty underwhelming, to be honest. We also get to play the same stages in Mania mode, but with changed color palettes, which some of them actually look pretty good, like Green Hill, Flying Battery and Press Garden, but I wish some of them were a bit more noticeable or creative, like in Lava Wreath for example. You cannot easily tell apart the Mania version to the Encore version because they look so similar. Or in Metal Madness or Titanic Monarch's case, the color palettes look way too ugly. I feel like more colorful colors could have helped these to be good Encore levels. We also got a new boss, Metal Sonic Kami, but now it looks less terrifying. This is actually a cool boss compared to the boring spike wall we got in the normal boss. One of my biggest problems with the Encore levels is how lazy they are, in my opinion. You see the fan base making mods for this game faster than the speed of light, and not just color palette changes or character swaps, but full levels. And what does the official Mania team do in that time? Just change up the colors. I'm not saying that they should have made new levels entirely, even though that would be nice, but I'm saying that they should have changed the sprites and level design enough so it feels like a fresh experience, and that is what disappoints me about Encore mode. It's basically a copy and pasted version of Mania mode with different colors and some design kinks, but it is only saved by a few new things. One of those, and the entire focus of the Encore mode, is that instead of lives you get different characters as you go, and you can switch between them, which is really cool. I like this. Depending on how you see it, this makes the game either harder or easier. They also made new special stages. They reuse the aesthetics from previous ones, but I won't bitch about that, since it isn't a big deal here. They are much longer than other ones, and are also harder, because of the lack of rings and blue balls. And finally, in this mode they replaced the blue sphere stages with this pinball stage, which I actually don't mind, since if you use it well it can give you things like characters, bonus points and power-ups. It's also really fun for people who like pinball. Sonic Mania Plus is a pretty solid package, but if we just focus on the Encore DLC, the only reason why anyone would buy it is for the 2 new characters, because I feel like the Mania team could have done better with the Encore mode, since all it is, it's just a copy and pasted version of Mania mode with a very underwhelming Angel Island, a new and just as underwhelming ending, and a new mechanic. That's it. I suggest that, if you want to get this DLC, unless you're on PC, get the physical version. It's seriously worth it, and still cheap, and the only reason why you would get the DLC separate is because you either have the PC version or you just want to save money, or whatever. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed my take on Sonic Mania Plus. It's still a fun game, but the expansion was overhyped as fuck. Well, whatever, time to go. Bye.